Take me home. That looks like the route that we need. Alright. And we are off to the racist. So I can engage in here. So let's see. This is going to be pretty damn scary, but and I'll do this because I know it's going to keep the route. Oh. Oh wow. Okay. All right. So do we just sit here, or do we like keep going? Like, what do we do, car? The car said it's thinking. It's thinking. I'm trying to get us out of here. All right. Yeah. There you go. That's all you got to do. That's it. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Maybe 12.3.3 would have done that too. Maybe, but I don't think so. I'm just gonna go off on a limb and believe that 12.3.3 would have just went. It would have just did what it had to do. Alright, nobody's coming, so it can go. There's no stop sign either. Well, people are coming, but they are all the way back there. So this particular route, did this route not too long ago, right? And I didn't do it to try to, you know, show off the skills or whatever. Yeah, see, so yeah, so we got that already. You know, we were just going home from that place that we were just at, and you know, I used it. Like I said, I used FSD all the time, and man, did this route right here, I wasn't expecting this thing to fuck up as many times as it did. I really wasn't. But this thing fucked up so many times. Damn near ran us off the road. Which to me was like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? I'm really hoping to recreate that scenario again. Now, when that happened, it was nighttime, right? It was about 9:30 or something like that. So I'm hoping to do the same thing, right? But I'm gonna try to hold it to the fact that it was nighttime, and maybe it was hard for the car to see. Maybe the car had trouble making out lanes or something like that. I really don't fucking know. But that's why I'm doing it in broad daylight, to see exactly what happens, exactly what takes place, exactly what this car thinks it needs to do. So we got a hard slow down stop right here, and I don't know why. We just stopped for no reason. I don't see anything in the visualization. I don't see anything like just out, and we're just doing 14 for no reason at all. We could have did 30. So there's a red light up there, so I will at least give it that. But still no reason. And we're on the yellow line now, getting off of it. So I don't know what that was. I don't know why I did that. It says 2 to 4, so we good. If we wanted to, we can. Okay, so we're going now, and we're supposed to just go across. Yes. I have it set to 30, so let's see what it does again. Yeah, that's why I want to do this in broad daylight. So I'm going to hit the accelerator to make it do 30. It's probably going to slow back down, and I'll just keep hitting it to make it do it. That's one big thing about The two biggest things about FSD 12.3.4 that just pisses me off so bad. Two things they need to fix like right away. If they don't fix anything else, they need to fix these two things, right? And again, this is a daytime drive. It should be able to see every single thing that it needs to see. There was about the same amount of cars out that night that it is now, so it should still be able to do what it needs to do with the cars that's out here. Two things that Tesla needs to fix with FSD to make it superb and run efficiently, just like to make it like just really, really close to perfect. The speed. Because this speed, whatever it's doing with the speed, is very fucking annoying. And I fucking hate it. On the way up here, this thing, we're on the street where that was alright, pretty slow, but alright. We were on the street where the speed limit was 50. Where the speed limit is 50. Alright, so it was getting up. But like that, right? Like, why did it have to slow back down to start going again? Why couldn't it just go up to 45 and just keep going? Like, I don't get that. What's making it think that it has to slow down? I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. But there's something in there making this thing think, no, stop. And I can see, like, right now, the car just got in front of us. You may want to slow down, depending on what the car does. But yeah, that was fine. Back there where there was really no cars in front of us, no threats, I don't see why I did that. But yes, the speed is one where, as you just saw, right? This street is doing, the speed limit is 50 miles per hour. People are driving down this street doing 60. Some of them doing 65, some of them doing 55, some of them doing, 57. I have mine personally set to 57. That's like the perfect in-between speed to where you can keep up with traffic, but you won't get pulled over. 7 miles over the speed limit, but the police normally don't even pull you over for doing 60 on that street. And the car wants to go out onto the street and do like 43 while everybody else is passing. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. That is a very big fucking problem. So that's one thing that needs to be fixed, is the speed. If I have my car, if the speed limit is 45 and I'm telling my car to do 51, my car needs to do 51 like I'm instructing it to do. Not sit there and do 36 and I don't know what it's doing, if it's kind of like gathering up data, or if it's like trying to go with the flow of the cars, because I think that's what it does a lot. I think it tries to keep up with the cars around it to try to blend in, and I really don't like that. If it's other cars out and they're doing 36 and the speed limit is fucking 50, we need to be getting up to 50 or to the speed that I'm telling it to do, because that shit is annoying. It's very annoying. So that's thing number one that they need to fix, in my opinion, right away to get this shit going. Thing number two that they need to fix, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, from how I'm driving with it and using it, or not driving with it, using it, and for what it's doing, the second thing it needs to fix is the lane changes. It's odd to me how I can be on the road and nobody is around, right? Nobody's around. There's nobody in sight, and this thing will signal to lane change. Even if I do it, right? If I do it or it does it by itself, it'll signal to lane change, and it'll act like it's about to do the lane change. But then it'll just get right back over, go for a couple seconds, and then it'll like slowly creep into, you know, the lane. Which to me, that's like really stupid. That's very fucking dumb. But then you got other instances where there's a car right behind me, right? It's coming up. The car is like, because the car wants to go slow for some reason, the car to my right or the car to my left is pushing up. It's like going faster than me, and the car signals and just gets right over, cutting that car off. So I don't get how it wants to cut cars off. So we should be in the left lane to do this, but it's gonna get in this right lane. And this is great, right? I wanna see what it does. Because once we turn, we have to get into the left lane. So I wanna see, like, is somebody gonna be nice and let us over or what? Like, what is this car gonna do? Because we're supposed to be in the left lane, to be in that lane right over there. So let's see what happens. Wow, okay, oh, so it did it. It did it, but it got kind of close to this SUV right here. It got real close to this SUV. Now we got the U-turn, right? So are we gonna stay in the middle? Kinda. So not really, because the car behind us was able to go. All right, we do got cars behind us. See, and we're getting beat that because I could have went. So I'm gonna just let it sit here. I'm gonna just let it do its thing. It's like inching. It's doing something. Now we got a slew of cars coming. And of course, this thing sees the stop sign, so it has to stop. It don't matter how long the stop is. The stop can be a quarter of a second. It still has to stop. It has to get to zero and then go. So it could go after this white Jeep. So I'm gonna hit the accelerator because that was and I'm gonna have to hit it, yeah. So we did have the SUV behind us, and it had the right idea, right? You saw it said I can go, but then it said no, I can't go because this car is coming up too fast. But it really could have went. That's bullshit. Like, you need to go. Like, go. Like, that's not a thing where no. You need to be assertive. That's what assertiveness is. You need to get out there. We would have sat there for a very long time just trying to turn. Oh man. Plenty of cars on the road. Oh wow, that's real dirt. Yeah, plenty of cars on the road. So we shall see what happens. I saw it just made the lane change, so that's pretty good. Even though it made the lane change and it's staying over here doing 42. Now this is what I'm talking about. Like this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, why would you change lanes, right? And I'm assuming it did that because these trucks or this row of cars is going pretty slow. Why would you change lanes just to get over here and do the same exact speed you were going to do while you were over there? I really don't get that. Now that is human behavior. A lot of stupid humans would fucking do that, which to me is very fucking dumb. But that's the whole vantage point, is to get over so you can proceed. And it just did that, right? It just got over to go the same exact speed. But if we were at a red light and the light turned green and everybody started going, this thing would tail the car until a certain speed and then it would slow down instead of just gradually going. It's a lot of stupid shit this car does that I really don't understand why it does it. And it doesn't have to do it. We do have a part coming up where it'll probably be really slow and tedious, kind of boring because of the construction on the freeway. So we'll see once we get up there. way here, it was pretty jacked. So we'll see how it is on the way back. But that's a vital part too, because you know this thing is supposed to be using vision to see where to go. And again, on that drive that night, we missed the exit because this thing didn't want to get over to where it was supposed to be at. So we'll see what happens this time. Like I said, it's broad daylight, you should be able to see. So we shall. Pretty sunny out, pretty nice. No rain. And temps are pretty good too. You know, you can be out there with your sandals on and your shorts on, no jacket and all that, but you'll probably still catch a cold or a flu or something like that. So I see we got 51. We could be going faster than 51.
Interstate 696 West.
Maybe it is the distance thing, right? Maybe it's the trying to keep a certain distance in front of the other cars, but for some reason it just wants to stick with 51, even though I wanted to do 57. It's just sticking with 51. Why? Again, I don't know. I really don't know. But in my opinion, that's something that Tesla needs to fix when it comes to this speed. That's exactly why I don't have this thing on the Speed Max being auto, because it really does this. It would do like just stupid shit. So we have to get to the right in like half a mile, and it just got over here. Okay, so it passed him, and now it gets in front of him. We have to make one more lane change. Like that. What the fuck was that? Like, you could have just got over. Why didn't you just get over? Okay, so it did that pretty nice. It did that pretty swell. Now, if it was me, I would have been in this lane already. That way we could have avoided all that, but this car had other plans, so. But it still did it. It still succeeded. But now it wants to do 44. Alright, so we got the ramp. We need to go to the ramp on the left. And it does this pretty good. But I don't know why it does this, right? Like, stay to the left. Just stay to the left. That's all you gotta do is stay to the left. Oh, man. And with people around, that will confuse a lot of people. Now, this is where it almost killed us at, so let's see what it does this time. And it did it that time. So it was real close to the line. Yeah. So last time it got off past the yellow. It like crossed the yellow line and it almost had us in that barrier. But that time it did it. That time it, you know, it slowed down and said, you know, we're gonna do this, and it did it. So Tesla got me on that one. Now we got another situation where we have to get over. We're gonna have to get over. But I'm pretty sure the cars behind us are going to be nice and let us over, maybe. I don't know. It's doing a good job of keeping us in the lane we're supposed to be in. But just like now, you want to speed up for what? Like, why are we speeding up? Now look at this. Look. What is that? What was that? What was that? That would have been a collision. That would have been a head-on collision, like dead collision, if the van behind us didn't stop. If it didn't slow down, that would have been a hardcore collision. Now, I don't know what made it do that, right? Why did it do that? The car should have known or had some kind of inclination that, okay, as soon as the speed change, I'll dial it up. Okay, I'll dial it up to 80 because nobody's doing 60 out here. What in the information that it had made it think I'm gonna speed up? It's using vision, right? It can clearly see that the lane is ending up ahead. It can clearly see that that lane was a merge lane. It saw it, right? So me as a human, I would have been like, oh, okay, I see this lane about the merge. This is a short lane. Let me slow down and get over. This thing sped up, and it just constantly sped up. Then we almost hit the damn cones trying to get over into the lane. And then after the fact, way after the fact, that's when it said, oh, let me slow down. But then it slowed down to a speed that was like very fucking dangerous. A very dangerous speed. Very fucking dangerous. Because that van behind me, if it wasn't paying attention, if that van behind me was, you know, reading the book or, you know, texting somebody, it would have smacked right dab into the back of us. Luckily, the van stopped. I mean, literally stopped. I'm not meaning slowing down. It had to make a stop. And then it was a pickup truck behind it that had to make a stop too. But why? Like, why is it doing it? Like, get over into the lane that you need to be in. Or, you know, maybe take it a little bit slow, put the turn signal on, leave the turn signal on, and get the fuck over. Like, what the hell was that? So we're gonna see up here what happens, right? Ooh, that thing was, oh, that was a deer or something. Some kind of sheep. I don't know what that was. But we'll see up here what happens. Because again, last time we missed the exit. So we'll see if this thing is gonna miss the exit again. Now, I did take over once we missed the exit, right? I took over and we had to cross the solid white line to get to where we needed to go. If this thing missed the exit this time, I'm just gonna let it happen and just see how it reroutes us. That's probably gonna make the video like stretch it to a very long time, but I really don't care. It's just the fact that this thing, okay, so we need to be getting over. So we're just gonna follow this thing doing 65. And it normally wouldn't do this. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna follow it. And again, I don't want to make it do a lane change. I want to just have this thing drive as much as it can. Now, I'm pretty sure it can't see in front of the truck. As you can see on the visualization, there's nothing in front of the truck, even though I'm pretty sure there's a lot of cars in front of that truck. So now we got the second wave of cars. The first wave was what we entered into, and now they're gone. Now we got the second wave of cars coming towards us, coming at us, right? And now they're kind of keeping their distance. I would assume they're eventually going to pass us, maybe. We only got 2 miles left. Another thing is that we're still in this lane. So I want to see, like, once we get to the 1 mile mark, will it get over into the right lane or will it just stay over here? Look like it cleared up, kinda. Looks like it's not too bad around here. Maybe that's what it was. It was the interchange thing, right? Because you got one lane trying to go to 275 and the other lane that just stays on 96. So maybe that's what it was. Cars behind us kind of backed off. They said, look, it's not too many places to go up there, so we'll just keep it moving. So we got 1.5 miles to go. Let's see exactly what this thing does. We got cars slowing down, so it may be a little congested up there. But I see we still haven't gotten over. We are approaching under a mile. So now she lets us know, right? The car is telling us, hey, we need to get off on 96 East. And we're still over here. So we'll see. So I see red lights up there. So traffic will be slowing down a little bit. Yeah, it's certain parts, right? I was on another street. It was like miles away from here where they were doing construction. And the car navigated through it damn near perfectly, right? It was going a little slow, but I could see why I was going slow. It had to look and see exactly what was going on, exactly what was happening, exactly where it needed to go, and formulate a route so it can't go that route. But that back there, I don't know what that was. That back there, it was driving like it had a route to go to, like it knew exactly where it wanted to go. Alright, so it's slowing down to let this car over. That's fine. I noticed this thing does this a lot. It does that a lot. Alright, so we're supposed to be where the truck is at. Alright, we're supposed to be over there. And we're not over there. So now we're over here. So now it's gonna, I don't know what it's doing now. It's trying to get over. Oh man, where is it trying to get over to? Oh man. Alright, so now we have to go an extra 2 miles. This ought to be fun. This ought to be fun. Cause it has to get off on Novi Road. My bad. It has to get off on Novi Road. And then it gotta do like some U-turn type shit, right? It gotta get onto Novi Road and then it has to take the exit for 96 going back east. So we'll see exactly what it does. Oh my goodness, man. And I'm assuming, right, using these supercomputers and neural nets and all this shit, that it's supposed to know that it was supposed to be over there. You know, using computer vision, it should have seen that it needed to be to the right lane, but it stayed over here the whole fucking time. The whole fucking time. So I'm just okay. Now I was saying Orchard Lake. I don't know. Okay, maybe it's that whole construction thing where it doesn't know, right? It doesn't know, like, because this is not the normal route. So we're actually, where we're at now is 96 going east, but they put both of the traffic lanes going over here because over there they're doing construction. So it's saying Orchard Lake. I wonder if we can even get off on Novi. Oh wow. Okay, so it just bitched out. Let's see if I can re-engage. All right. I don't know what that was, but we got, okay, that truck did the right thing. Oh man. I guess the computer vision shit couldn't handle that, huh? Okay, so we got that again. So now we do have to go to Orchard Lake. Is it Orchard Lake? Can we get off from over here? You know, if it would just follow the route like it was supposed to, we wouldn't be in this, but so it's over there. I don't think we can get over there. So it's gonna keep putting the turn signal on.
In 1,000 feet,
right.
Take exit 162 on the right toward Novi.
Because I don't see anybody in that middle part. So that middle part is completely blocked off. Yeah, so now we have to go further. What the hell?
62 on the right.
Oh man. Yeah, okay. So we got people entering the freeway. Let's see what the car does. We got this truck entering the freeway, right? We got two trucks. Oh wow. Okay, so I'm gonna let them get on. So it did it again. What the hell? So I'm getting over. I'm gonna re-engage. Okay. As soon as okay, now we're good. Right? Now we're gonna go. Not what the hell? Hey, if this thing misses the exit again, then fuck it. Oh man, this is not what I was expecting to happen. This is not. So now we gotta go another 2 miles to go to Beck. And I'm hoping we can get off on Beck, right? So before, that side of the freeway we were on, and this side of the freeway we weren't on because they had it dug up and they were like doing construction on it. We got the truck coming into our lane. So now they're doing work on that side. So I wonder if we can even get off on Beck. We got a hard slowdown and it's trying to get over. Wow. Okay. So that's the safe thing to do, is to just get over now. It could have got in front of the truck. Now I wonder if it's going to try to get back over. So now we got the truck we just passing Gus. Because he said, you're going too fucking slow. You're going way too damn slow. We got half a mile. Let's see if we can get off on back. If we can't get off on back, this thing is probably going to panic again. Oh, hi. I would say close, use back road. Okay, so back road should be open. But the Wixom and the other exit, yep, Milford and Wixom is closed. So we need to be getting off. Let's see what this thing does. All right, we need to be getting off right here. Okay. It does the hard get over. All right, now we got all this shit.
160 on the right.
Man, but now we got to get over there. And you see those people over there are barely moving. Barely moving.
In 1,000 feet, take the Beck Road North ramp on the
Let's
right.
see. Let's look at the map. Oh, okay. It wasn't telling me anything. All right. Shut up, man. So let's do this one, right? Let's do that.
Now keep left to take Beck Road.
All right. Let's see what it does up here. Because this is kind of confusing if you don't know what you're doing. But it shouldn't be confusing to the... Okay, so we're on this route. So let's do that one. Because I don't want to go back over there. And they are barely moving.
Now bear left onto Beck Road.
So as you can see, we probably could have been home, if not close to home right now. But since this thing decided that it doesn't know where to go, and then it kind of pussied out and said, I don't want to do this. No, you're going to do this. You are going to. I want to see what this truck does. Is this truck going to kind of try to get over here? Or is it going to stay in this fucking lane? Now again, this may look confusing. You may look at this and say, what the fuck is going on? But if you're facing this way, there are lines guiding you to where you need to go. And then I think the way home, it's just straight down the street, right? I didn't want to get back on the freeway, and we are just sitting there for years, right? That would have been boring as hell. We need some action, you know, some hardcore, not soft corn. So we need to take a route, or we need to switch up the route and make it so it's enticing and taxing to the software, as you just saw. All right, so we going. All right, that was cool. That's cool. Oh, that truck's slow as hell. All right, so but now we got this. What the hell is that? So what why is it in both the lanes? What the fuck was that? Oh man, broad daylight, broad fucking daylight. Man. Oh, so it's gonna take this to 14. Okay. This ought to be interesting. I wonder if 14 is gonna be all fucked up. So this truck is trying to come out, right? If I was that truck, I would have asserted myself out here. Wow, that thing got over just like that, huh? All right. Says merge left. We eventually got to get to the left. I don't know if the car saw that. But you know what? We just about to see what happens. Okay, so put the turn signal on. And okay, so that SUV let us over. That was fine. That was cool. But it had no problem getting over. It had no problem just saying, yeah, I want to go here. All right. Oh no, it's still green. All right. Okay. No, I'm hitting the accelerator. Nope. Oh man, I know this thing loves to stop, but I'm not. No, fuck that. No. This thing damn near already killed us. Made us miss the route, and then they want to stop at yellow lights. Oh man, and I got it in this. What it means? Let me see here. I still got it in the assertive. So it's still in assertive. I don't know what the problem is. I really don't. Are we gonna? Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine. Now we're about to get into school zone territory. We could have been at home by now, but this thing wants to. It wants to do like all types of non-needed driving, which I'm okay with. But then it wanted to pass the buck to me. Like, nah, no. I wonder if that counted towards strikes. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, you know. But that was 2 disengagements right there in one drive, and it wasn't because of me. Like, I wasn't the one disengaging. It was the car disengaging. So I'm adding those onto the long list of disengagements that I've had so far on 12.3.4, because those 2 disengagements shouldn't have happened. The car shouldn't have done that. The car should have literally just kept going. It should have been to the right so we can get off, so we can go where we need to go. Alright, so we got some very slow acceleration going. Alright, now it wants to do something. Because we would have been going that slow, that light would have turned yellow and it would have tried to stop. Hard braking right here. So I guess the car didn't see that this truck with the trailer on it was slowing down. I guess the car didn't see that until it was like too late, and it did this like hard brake. Now the brake was still controlled. I can say it was smooth, but it was still a hard brake. It was still hard. Yeah, we got a long light right here, but I will have to say that 12.3.4. Alright, so why aren't we going? Why are we still right here? Like, we need to go up. What is this? Like, what's going on? I understand they're right up there, but oh my goodness. That was fucking weird and creepy and eerie and strange. I will say 12.3.4, the most disengagements. It feel like it's back to 11. It does a lot of stupid shit, like a lot. And I really don't know why it's doing all this stupid shit. I'm talking about parts that it normally doesn't do stupid shit. Parts where on 12.3.3 it wouldn't have done what it did, and now it's doing it. Like, I really don't get it. Like, I don't get why this thing. So we still got the green light. Well, yeah, I'm about to say, you better not slow down. Oh man. Yeah, parts where this thing used to do flawlessly, now it's like, no. Like, I don't want to do that the way I used to do it. Like, I want to try to do something else. And that really pisses me off. It really irks me because, again, like, I feel like this is a step back. I feel like this is something where this didn't need to be. Like, they could have, in my opinion, they could have skipped 0.4 and just gave me 0.5 and everything would have been fine. I would hope that 12.3.5 is better than this. He's saying 12.4 is supposed to be a significant jump, and I'm kind of on the fence about that, man. I got low hopes for 0.5. All right, so we don't need to go over there. I got real low hopes for 0.5, and I'm just hoping, right? Trying to use the celestial reverse psychology, right? If I say it's going to be garbage and then it comes out sweet, right? It comes out like just blowing everybody's mind. So I'm hoping that's what happens. you know, 0.5 comes out, and it's just the shit. So we got a nice few set of cars up there. I just got a glimpse of what happened, and it did a nice little shoot up right there. Nice little giddy up. So we still got a line of cars up there, but traffic is moving. Now we do have to get onto a freeway. So this is back, so we got to get on 14. So we'll be right back to where we were before. All right, the light shouldn't, we'll get to the railroad track. The light should not be blinking because it is, you know, in the afternoon. And we'll see how this thing does getting onto the freeway. We'll see how this thing does exiting, getting out of the entrance lane, getting onto the freeway, how fast it accelerates up to 80, and then getting on to 275. But yeah, 12.3.4, man. I'm really not gonna lie to you. This shit is garbage. Like, it's pretty garbage. Now, last time when I did that route, I had to take over because it almost had us hit the damn median. The fucking barricaded cones and all that. So I took over then. It saw what it had to do and did it this time. I probably should have taken over when it was getting onto the freeway. I probably should have. Because that could have led to some serious shit happening. Major shit. But luckily, fortunately, for me in the car and the van behind us, you know, everything was alright. Everything was cool. Let's see if we make this light. I'm gonna hit it. Let's see. I still can't see the light. Okay, so we're good. We're good. So it slowed down just to see if it could see the light, which was fine. But if that light was yellow, I would have hit the accelerator. I would have stomped on it. Real naturey over here. I think it said it was a state park or something like that. Alright, so we got 45. So that was alright, I guess. I didn't see a speed limit change, but maybe it did, you know. Oh, now that was a huge hole, and the car didn't budge. It didn't run it over. It didn't head for it either. But I'm surprised the car didn't see that hole and try to, like, get away from it. Alright, so we got the green light, so we're good. And it's weird, I did a flaccid reset before I did this drive. I did a hard flaccid reset, and you know, this thing is still acting the way it's acting. It's still acting pretty stupid. So it looks like traffic has cleared up a little bit. Fucking miles to go, man. And you know, it's funny, it's weird because that wasn't anything. I don't know why he just swayed like that for that thing. Again, I can see at night, right? At night, this thing probably couldn't see where to go. But again, it's broad daylight. Broad fucking daylight. How come it didn't see where it was supposed to go? How come it didn't, follow the routes? Right? It's supposed to be using vision. How come it didn't get to the right lane so we could have followed the route? Why? Now, I can't say what 12.3.3 would have done. But I think 12.3.3 would have done a lot better than that. I think it would have. If it didn't get over to the right to follow the route, it wouldn't have disengaged and it would have just, led us somewhere else. But yeah, I really don't get that. Alright, so we got the lane change, right? So that was cool. It got over and it sped up. That was fine. So it should be smooth sailing from here on out. But we'll see about that. It saw it, nice slow down, and then it goes right back up. Pretty perfect on that. About time. All right, about a mile to go before we let's just do this, right? Let's click on this and see what other way they got us going. I mean, we could do that way. I'd rather take the freeway. It'll be a little bit faster. So they got us, okay, we could do that, but no. Okay, that was pretty smooth. I don't know what that jerk to the left was. But that was pretty good. Okay, and then we're doing this slow, very slow, gradual acceleration. Like, why? Like, no, I wouldn't have done that. We would have been up there. So we're only doing 43. I don't get it. Like, why are we only doing 43? 42. All right, let's see what this thing does getting onto the freeway. I don't think there's any construction on this side, so it's slowing down for the train tracks. That's pretty cool. I don't know if it did that because it saw the car in front of us do it, or if it knew to slow down, right? If it saw the elevation, on the plane and say, okay, let me slow down because this looks like it's gonna hurt.
Now take the Michigan 14 East ramp on the right.
All right, look, the freeway looks pretty clear. So again, should be smooth sailing from here on out. It's doing this pretty nicely. All right, now let's see how it gets onto the freeway. Are we going to just try to get over? Or are we going to ride the lane all the way out? There's really nobody to our left. So if we wanted to, we could take advantage of that. Oh, it puts the turn signal on and it's slowing down. It's going the same speed. when you can speed up. This is the freeway. You're not supposed to slow down on the freeway. You're supposed to keep going. Damn, this thing is fucking stupid. Alright, so now we got the lane. So we could have been over there. Oh, I hate when it does that. That's something else this thing needs to fix. Put the turn signal on and leave the turn signal on. What the fuck? Alright, so we got another one, right? And we getting over. That's fine. Man, what the fuck? Oh my goodness. Oh man. This drive is a shame. This has to be the worst drive I've had in a very long time. I'm talking about a very long time. Very, very. Oh man, that's the EV9. That thing look pretty sweet in person. That thing look huge. Almost look like a Cadillac in the front. Alright, so we good on this part. I want to see what it does, like how it tries to get over. On the last bend, there's usually a way to get over. But I would love to see what it does. Is it going to try to get over? Yeah, I kind of figured that. You know, you can keep going. Keep going. You have a whole mile. This thing is not going that fast. All right, now, yeah. Damn, man. Alright, so if you want to, you can slow down or you can speed up. Yeah, you can keep going. This guy's not going all that fast. Oh, he was trying to get over anyway. Alright. And it gets over. Alright, that was pretty good. That was fine. Looked like somebody got into an accident up there. Did he hit it? What did he hit? Oh, I don't think he hit anything. Oh, his wheel. His wheel is all fucked up. So the hard get over again. I don't know how that looks on camera. How it looks from this point of view. But it does feel pretty scary. Alright, so this should be no sweat to it. I just want to see how this thing gets off of the freeway. It's probably going to stay in this lane. We have nobody to our left, so it's good to get over. You see what that truck just did? You need to do that. Get the fuck. Oh my goodness, man. I cannot. Man, I mean, that was pretty cool. It was pretty safe. It wasn't too dangerous, but why? Why wait? Get the fuck over. So we may have a lane change in a minute. We may. I guess not. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so nobody's in that left lane. Oh, never mind. We got a speed racer over here. So I wonder what it's gonna do, right? Now we're most likely gonna have to get over again. Alright, are we gonna just do it? Alright, you could have did what the Durango did. Or is it gonna get back to the no? It's not. Are we just gonna stay over here? Alright, so after this SUV, yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright, so that was alright. Oh, now he wants to get over. 2 more miles to go. No mishaps since we got off of the freeway. 696. So we'll see exactly what's going on up here, and then going back on the streets. And as you can see, we got people passing us still. We're doing 80, which is 10 miles over the speed limit. We haven't caught up to the people in front of us, and there are people that's passing us. Now, I don't want to put it up past. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Now you got to do one. Let's see if it does it again. Is it going to do it again? It will be safe for the car to get over now, but it's going to wait until that. Okay, there you go. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So now, if the car wanted to, it can stay in this lane until it hits the solid white line, and then it can get over. But no, it's going to get immediately over without using the turn signal. Let's see if it uses the turn signal. Yeah. So it's going to get immediately over. Right? That felt better. That didn't feel like it did last time. That felt a lot better. It felt more smooth. But it has to get right back over. I wonder if it's going to beep on me getting back over. Right.
Take exit 25 on the right.
Now this doesn't seem new on that light. I'm thinking it should have. Alright, let's see. Okay. So it got close to that yellow line. It got real close to it. Real close. You know, not too many people. Oh, we got a green light. Okay. Oh yeah, this idiot. Alright, let's see. Let's see what it does. What the hell? You want to get into your lane? Damn. Alright, you got the yellow light, but we still turn. Oh, so we turn into the lane. Okay, it did it. But it turned into the left lane. Oh, man. Man, that was wild. Alright, why are we doing 45? Why are we slowing down? Why are we slowing down? I fucking hate that. Okay, we're still doing 44. Why are we doing 44? So you know what I'm gonna do is, well, it really doesn't matter now. That shit is nerve-wracking. Alright, so that's cool. We got the... What is that? What the fuck was that? You clearly saw you could have got over. All you had to do was get over. Wow. Oh, man, this thing, man. This thing, I really couldn't tell you. I want to see what it does when it gets up to Central City Parkway. Hopefully it's not another accident up here. I'm telling you, that whole lane change fiasco, man, that shit has to stop. It really does. I don't understand why it does that. Like, you don't need to do that. Just get the fuck over. Well, oh, I should have hit it, but I wasn't even paying attention. I mean, I guess that was cool. You know, we could have stopped. Really didn't matter either way, so. I want to see what it does at the green light, right? Is it going to just take off like it used to? Or is it going to wait and try to mimic the other cars? Man, I'll tell you, this 0.4, man. Get this shit away from me. Okay, that was fine. Now we have nobody in front of us. We should be going up to 51. And it's stopping here. Okay, 44. So I'm gonna hit it. And then it gives me the slowdown. So I'm gonna hit it again. Wow. That shouldn't be a thing. That shouldn't be happening. That should not be happening, man. Like, what the fuck? That was a real slow approach to this red light. Very slow. Alright, so now it's going. It got up to 45 good, but we need more than 45. We need 51. And it's slowing down, hard slow down for some reason. It's like I gotta teach it how to drive.
To Central City Parkway.
So I put the turn signal on extra early, and it did that. I don't know what the fuck that was. Cause that's not what I would have done. And what the hell is this? What the fuck?
Now turn left onto Central City.
I don't know why this car loves to do that. This whole swerve thing. Like, what the fuck? Like, just get over. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we clear to go. Okay, it didn't. It did it, and it's gonna go extra fucking slow. So I'm gonna end it here because you guys already know what the rest of this is gonna do. So I'm about to go in here and harass myself for being so fucking pissed at this damn drive. Oh my goodness.
In 500 feet,
And
turn right onto Elmwood Street.
I will see you guys on the next one.
Now turn right onto Elmwood Street.